It's about really living your life at the highest level. That's called being a badass, right? When you live your life, whatever that may be, at the highest level. But oftentimes when you're in a place of average, you're going to be average. All right, what's going on? Welcome to another episode.
Welcome to another episode to Badass Agents.
Now, this is a little different. And I am your host. This one, this is what we do for our real estate brokerage. We have our Badass Agents podcast, and I happen to bring Carla Araujo into the mix. But this is my podcast, so I'm gonna drive this one. Okay.
I just had to jump in there.
All right. Do the work is another thing. We share that one. But this one is mine.
All right, go ahead,
so I will direct it.
It's all yours, bad boy. Go ahead.
And you can speak when asked to speak.
Don't say it.
You will talk when I
rude.
direct my questions to you. Other than that, just kind of be there, sit there, and be pretty and do your thing.
You know I can ruin all this for you.
Yeah, I know.
You know the questions that you ask me, I could just be a mute.
Actually, we have a great podcast scheduled for Friday.
Can't we just tell them what happened at dinner?
No. This is about badass agents and real estate.
At dinner.
This is about real estate,
man.
guys.
I'm
gonna
want to say what happened at dinner.
Make sure to tune in to Do the Work podcast. On Friday, we will have a brand new episode that something that just occurred, and I'll give you a glimpse of what happened. What do you do when you run into an ex at a restaurant? Well, I'll tell you what she ended up doing and put me on the spot.
Let's save it.
All right, and it was good. But I don't know if it's even considered an ex if you're like less than 20 years old, right? Is that really a serious relationship?
Well, it is considered an ex, and it's not. But
let's get into real estate. Like, what are we doing here?
It's not, but it was just the moment. It's like I had to fight for you. You're my trophy, and
I am a trophy. I mean, I'm good looking.
I almost lost you on this one ex we saw, and I'm just like. But anyway, we'll talk about it later. So
we'll talk about it later. But we're really excited. We're getting ready for tomorrow's event. Tomorrow we have our Ignite event with Agent Associates. This is where we set new targets, our 12-week targets, and at the same time, we start rewarding our top producing agents with these awesome awards. And this one is the Legacy Award. It's $20 million and above. Those that sell $20 million and above, and we have the new Realm Award, 10 to 15 million.
These are
they're no joke.
They're no joke. And wherever you place them on your desk, just make sure it's not going to fall. Because you imagine that?
Yeah.
It just falls right in ruin your whole entire day.
These are
Showing up
awesome.
To your clients with a broken toe.
And no kidding, right? But we're really excited about this. And the way we do things here is, I know everyone gets excited about like New Year's resolutions, right? New behaviors, new patterns, new actions that we're going to take. And for us, it's like any other day. We really focus on our targets every 12 weeks. And that's why we developed this book specifically for the agents of Agent Associates. And I get asked all the time, like, how do we grow so fast? Like, our brokerage has grown tremendously. And it's about being able to take agents to another level, not by necessarily treating them like agents, but real business owners, because that's who they are. And they're setting their business plan. And we do this every 12 weeks like clockwork. We've done this for the last 5 years. And that's why our agents constantly have these numbers where it's like double and triple from previous years.
I love that you said that. We don't treat agents like agents. They are business owners, entrepreneurs. They're building something. And some of them come on board with that mindset. I'm an agent. It's like you're not an agent. You're a business owner. You're an entrepreneur. You're here to, what are you going to do for your business this year? What are you going to do for you, not the brokerage, you. And I love that these 12 weeks of this book here that you have. In the targets to know where they want to go, because so many times they show up and they're just like, well, I don't know where I'm going with my business.
I don't know what to do and how to do it.
And
well, I want to read something
here. Let's get going and put you on a plan to know where you're going and what you want. And sometimes you don't need to know where you're going. You just know what you want. You want to be a business owner. You want to be an entrepreneur. You want to do bigger and better things. Let's get you started. Let's start there. That's the mindset. Let's start there. It's not like, I don't know what I'm going to do, so I'm just going to be an agent. It's like, no, you're better than that. You're more. There's more to you than that. So I love that you've created this. So go ahead and talk about it.
Yeah, no, I want to talk about that.
I'm taking over here.
No, I wasn't planning to go here, but I have this agent paradigm that I put together a couple years ago to kind of distinguish the differences between the average agent, a producer, and an empire builder, right? And I want to read something because you said something very, very specific and important, I think, that we all need to be aware of. And I'm going to go ahead and read it, and I think you'll know what I'm talking about. So what is the average agent? The average agent gets stuck on questions like, what do I do and how do I do it? So that is the biggest, like, I guess, killer of momentum, is constantly telling us, I don't know what to do, or what do I do and how to do it. When there's specific action plans out there for you, right, to do on a daily basis, those questions and that energy that we put towards those questions are kind of put by the wayside, which means it gives you and allows you more time to take the action necessary to grow your business. Right. And, you know, I pride myself because in our market, our agents sell more real estate per agent than anyone here in our competition, right? And that has to do with agents taking full control of their own businesses and asking the questions of, what do I need to build on? What do I need to add? What actions do I need to take? And as opposed to, you know, I think, you know, a lot of brokerages are more like trying to be like someone's dad or someone's mommy, like walking people through it, when in the reality is, it's like, it's your business. How far are you going to take this? How far are you going to take it?
What kind of work do you want to put into your business? The kind of hours and time and just the sacrifice that you want to put into your business. It's not easy.
It's tough.
And when the agents come on board, it really isn't. And I said this the other day, the moment you don't talk or have a discussion on a daily basis on your business, your doors are shut. You have to constantly be reminded or reminding your clientele out there and the people who are watching and following you that you are your real estate agent. Your doors are opened all the time on a daily basis. And when you are not out there, it's just, you're basically closed. Your doors are closed. You're not running your operation. But the accountability and everything that's being held here at Azing Associates is, that's what I love about the 12-week, is because you're constantly creating a habit into your business that it's like day in and day out. So why don't we stop? It's because we're constantly doing what we do repetitive over and over and over and over. And we're here to hold each other accountable. Carla, did you make that video? Carla, did you do this? Carla, I'm like, no! Yeah. And it's like, sorry, I know you're overwhelmed, but you have to keep going.
But it's from the top down. We're not just saying to do these things. We're doing it ourselves. It's a daily practice
and that's
for
what
us.
I love, because that's who we are, Az. We're not telling you this is what you should do. It's like, hey, this is what we do. This is what we do on a daily basis, and this is how we hold each other accountable. And these are some of the things that we follow just to make sure that every day we are putting that many reps in our business.
Deposits, reps.
And in our marriage and everything else.
And that's the thing, like I like the fact that, you know, when you work on all aspects of your life, because that's exactly what this focuses on. Like, it is a responsibility for you to make, if you're a small business owner, it's your responsibility to make money and to make a good living out of it, right? Why are we going to sacrifice, you know, the nice cushy jobs and the vacations if we're only going to kind of scrape by? So it is truly our responsibility to like deliver at a high level so we can get paid correctly, or paid what our efforts are due. Now, with that, it's how can I empower all aspects of my life to also elevate that? So, like, the way I like looking at it is like, if I were to be judged strictly on a different aspect of my life, I want that aspect to reflect everything else in my life. So when I'm around my daughters and people say, hey, that's a good dad, or I feel like I'm a good dad, I also want to know that my body's in tip-top shape and you know, my business is running at optimal speed. And the same thing goes for when somebody were to say, like, the reason I work so much on my body is because that's just the way I live my life. It's like deposits in all aspects of my life. And that is the foundation of what we do here. And when you see our agents, you know, at Azing Associates, and you hear the phrase badass agents, it's because you got to be good at everything. You got to be a good husband or wife. You got to be a good tip-top shape. You have to work towards your business growing on a consistent basis. And I think that's what makes us unique, because we're not just preaching it.
We're doing it.
We're doing it. And it's something that it's available to all of us. And when, you know, some of these concepts were first introduced to me, like, it was life-changing. And when it's life-changing, that means it'll continue to work if you continue to put in the work. And we've done that over the last 4 or 5 years. And those of you that know us back in 2013, 2014, from a few agents to now, selling $400 million plus in real estate, it has to do with just the daily deposits. And at the same time, creating a lifestyle that works. Like, my life is not all about my work. Like, I love what I do, but I'm not stressed out about it. I'm not, imprisoned by it or locked in a lock and chain by it. It's like, it just another aspect of me. Mm-hmm. And that's the whole point of this, right? But let me go ahead and read the rest of this. So the average agent, and by the way, we are hiring, and Carla, you brought in a new agent as well today, right?
Yes,
Cynthia is our new agent. And I love, I know right away, who's going to really take it to another level. There's no question who's going to double or triple their business here in the next 6 months. And it's a certain type of attitude and a certain type of awareness, right? And I think it's mindfulness. When hey, listen, these are the reasons why it's important for me to make a lot of money in business. And when you have that dialed in, it's just a matter of time. With the right systems, the right focus, and the right actions, it's only a matter of time. And you guys had a really good conversation today, right?
We did. I mean, I don't want to discuss our conversation.
Yeah.
But it was really, I just like her attitude, the attitude and the drive that she had. It was like no questions asked. This is what I want. This is what I'm doing. Case closed. And that's it. It's
a matter of fact.
Yeah, it's just the confidence that she had, and she knew that she was where she was going to go and what she wanted, how she wanted to take it to the next level. When she came in here with that confidence, it was just great. It was yes, I'm signing in today. And there's several that I've talked to. It's well, I have to go back and do work all these things. And she knows. She was just this is where I want to be. I'm signing up from one to the next. It was okay, end of story. But she didn't question it.
And she's been in the business a couple of years, and she understands hey, it's about the environment, and that's what we really supply here. So if you've been watching us here for a while, I invite you to fill out the application to have a one-on-one Vision Quest meeting with me or Carla. And I know that meeting alone will change your perspective, because we're in tune with it. I mean, it's the real deal, and you'll feel this energetically different because we're living it. And it's operating in a place of integrity, operating from a place of actually doing. And when you have those conversations, you do want to become better at everything you do. You do want to go for those awards that you're capable of achieving. And
I thought about a moment.
Go ahead.
Oh no, when you gave the shirt, the green shirt, the closer shirt.
Yeah.
And
so certified closer shirt.
Certified closer. Some that didn't get. They're man, I'm heading for that shirt. That's the shirt I want. I'm wow, what a shirt can do to the mindset.
Oh, dude, it's amazing. I feel great. I feel this is our new. So every quarter, there's a new design for our certified closers. Certified closers are those agents that average of $2 million in sales per quarter. That means that you know how to close. You know how to bring it. You know how to bring I guess a predictable source of leads and be able to help them achieve their goals of either buying, selling, or investing. So you're a certified closer, and this is for the year. This is our newest one right here. And I'll tell you what, it feels good.
Yeah,
it feels good.
Yeah.
It's a T-shirt, but it was earned.
Right.
It's earned. And, so we do recognize our individuals for their outstanding sales results. And these are, I like this time of year, but it really comes down to what we do on a quarterly basis, on a monthly basis, weekly, and daily. And maybe I should finish this off, right? So the average agent gets stuck on questions like, what do I do and how do I do it? This process kills time and momentum and takes days, weeks, or even months to convince themselves to just take the required action. This thought process is a cyclical loop, regardless of how much success they've had. The average agent ends up going back to the same thoughts and feelings as before, asking themselves the two redundant questions, what do I do and how do I do it? The average agent questions and destroys their desire for the industry and belief in themselves as an agent. They don't trust the process. In fact, they don't trust themselves. They are on fire one day and cold the next few weeks. The average agent continues to wrap themselves around the idea of what to do next, following every shiny object instead of just doing something right here, right now. The average agent has no consistency in marketing, few sales, and zero systems, and is stuck in a cyclical loop. The average agent does not have the support and the training you do. You know what to do and how to do it. Now, it's simply a choice of do the work or don't do the work. It comes down to a commitment to trust the process. If you are stuck, you are overcomplicating it. So we broke it down on the agent paradigm by the average agent, the producer, and the empire builder. And, you know, I think we all agents can pretty much self-select what bucket they belong to. But this is where the majority of agents are stuck. Like 80% of all agents are in that place. And one of the things we do is just awareness, right? Perspective shifts. I remember, just having these conversations with our agents and just saying, hey, like perspective alone, which is seeing something greater for yourself, is going to change the dynamic of your future. Because, I love this quote where, you know, whenever you have a result, you saw that twice. You saw that twice in your life. One, you were able to envision it. And the second time you saw it is when you actually got the result of it. And that's a beautiful example because that's what it's truly all about. But what would you, like these agents that come through our doors, Carla, like this is life-changing, right?
As to...
Like changing changing habits and behaviors and...
Well, yeah, you get to, you see what you are missing. You see what you are not doing for yourself. You see, I don't like to use a dysfunctional word, but you see so many things in yourself that you didn't see before.
Yeah.
Just by simply allowing yourself to, be honest with yourself on some of the things that you're not doing that you should be doing on a daily basis. And we point that out, not because we're like pointing out on what you're doing wrong, but we point that out in the way because you see everyone else around you doing the things that you're not doing, or some of the things that you should be doing. And it's kind of, man, why haven't I moved forward on that,
right,
or X, Y, and Z? And so you start to ask yourself questions. Why didn't you move forward on X, Y, and Z deal? And you start to get to know yourself a little better. And that's the way you're handling your business. And then you start to question, okay, I see why my business is not here. Some of the things that I have a lot of, may you look at an individual full of confidence, deep down inside they're not doing certain things they should be doing for their business on a consistent basis every day. So you see the hustle here a little different. That makes you want to keep going. And
the whole point of it is really like, as we're going to have over 100 people in our event tomorrow night. And the whole thing for me is like, for those that are not there yet on stage or are not at that level you would want to be, right? Sales volume wise, this is the place where you really just start envisioning yourself,
right? And
start asking yourself, like, if they can do it, why can't I?
Right.
And I think that is the biggest breakthrough there.
Just by watching other individuals, you just kind of start to ask yourself better questions.
Why
am I not doing that? What am I missing here? So it's just those kind of questions that you start to get to know yourself a little better and take your business to another level.
It really does come down to better questions, right? But if you're in a place where you walk in through the doors and most agents are not making it in this business, it's hard to get motivated to really start pushing yourself to that next level. And when you walk through the doors here, that the odds of you running into a top producer are like through the roof,
right? Because
our average sales are the highest in our marketplace. And it's that type of attitude about wanting to become more in all aspects of our life that really drives us and drives our agents to produce higher and higher levels. And it's one of those things, Carla, where I'm excited that, we are hiring. Like if you're looking to make a move, if you thought about making a move, like, it is worth your investment to complete the application and meet with us. If anything, it's going to help you see something different. And you'll spend some time with us. And we do interview with every agent that comes through our doors. Right. Because we want to get to know you in that way that, hey, listen, like we're going to be part of your lives. And when you come through the doors of Agent Associates, we open the doors up to our lives as well. And what we want is for you to succeed at a high level so you can deliver what you need to deliver for your family. And it's been unbelievable for us, Carla, and the people that have joined Agent Associates. And again, go to badassagents.com. Just check out the site, and let's meet.
Yes, get to know us a little bit.
Yeah.
Fill out the application. Reach out to one of us. I know we've had messages and through Facebook and Instagram and so on and so forth on how do you apply. Go to Badass Agents.
Yeah.
and apply.
And then here's the thing, like I think people may get intimidated. Oh, badass agents, what do you mean? What should I be like military, or should I be an athlete? Or although we do have many athletes here,
and we have a lot of
military and you know, we just have a lot of people that are just living life at a high level. It's about really living your life at the highest level. That's called being a badass, right? When you live your life, whatever that may be, at the highest level. But oftentimes when you're in a place of average, you're going to be average.
No, you know, badass it's so inspiring. It's so like, I don't know, it fires me up.
Fires you.
It fires me up. It does. Just hearing that, you know, when you had asked me, hey, when you're asking me, you know, becoming badass agents, I'm like, let's do this. Let's do this. I mean, just the word alone fires me up in such a positive light. Like, I want to just take it.
And that really is. It's about what's up here first, right? And if that's what inspires you, like, let's get after it. But speaking of athletes, I'm going to change the subject here off of real estate. But again,
that to do the work.
No, I want to make the announcement here on my podcast.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. But again, guys, like if you're looking to make a move, like if you've been on a team and don't know what to do, or looking to start a team, or just jumpstart your business, I'm going to invite you to come and see what real entrepreneurs and business owners are really doing here. You know, we're not under a blanket that we're told what to do and how to do it. We're actual entrepreneurs in this marketplace, in the Phoenix metropolitan marketplace, that can help you navigate your business to another level. So if that's the case, go to badassagents.com. But I'm going to make this announcement, Carla.
What announcement are you going to make?
I hear you're doing a couple pro shows this year.
I am. I'm taking on the challenge.
You're going to do it.
Yeah. You know, it's kind of in correlation with business.
Okay. Correlate it for me.
Yeah. So, you know, I have agents that I talk to on a daily basis, not the ones that are signed on, but kind of just agents in general that are part of other brokerages. And they're like, you know, when things are not going good, it's kind of like, you know, looking for the shiny object on, you know, what brokerage offers this and that. It's like, and you forget everything you're doing right now. You're doing great. Just keep going. Mm-hmm. But you get stuck in that, like, you know, the mindset of like, I'm not either doing enough, or it's just like, I'm not there.
I need help.
Someone
needs to save me.
And everything you're doing is perfect. You just have to keep going and seeing the ugly of building that business. And you haven't even got there yet. So,
I like that. The ugliness of business.
Yeah,
business does get ugly.
You haven't even got there yet, you know, and you forget how you became the person that you are at that moment. Like, you're an incredible badass. You got a license. You're going, but you're just looking around and seeing what everyone else is doing. And you're like, okay, where's that shiny object everyone is seeing? I want to go to that. You haven't even seen the ugly of business. And going to my pro, you know, I saw my coach, phenomenal coach. So I've been with him.
Your coach is like the best of the best.
I've been with him for years, and what I love about them is they critique us. That's what's the competition. You have to be able to show up in your suit and, you know, nitpick and you critique. That's what it is, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, where you're lacking and what you're not doing and what you should have been doing. Well, it goes hand in hand with business. So he sees me and he's like, "You lost muscle," and I'm like, "Dang, I thought I was putting a lot of work." And then so when I see you, you're like, what he sees and I see are two different things. But I'm like, no, I lost muscle. And so one thing that I didn't ask them, what do I need to do? I already know what I need to do.
You already know.
I just have to go back to where I started from, what I originally did, and stop looking around and, you know, start doing all these other things and putting a whole action plan together when I already know what to do. So I'm like, cool. And I already know the hard work that I'm going to have to put into these shows, because I'm doing back-to-back, into gaining that muscle back and getting my physique where it needs to be. So I can see where you're saying, hey, Carly, you look great. It's like, yeah, I look great to you, but on stage.
To the average man.
To the average man, but to be on stage is a little different, right? Yeah. There's a lot of hard work behind that, and I'm willing to take that on. I've seen the ugly of competition. I've seen the ugly of business. I don't know. I'm a competitor. I'm like, I want it, and it becomes easy when it becomes that much of like wanting it. Desire is just there. It's sitting there. It's like you want it so bad, and you're willing to do whatever it takes to get to that point. But I don't start looking around and start panicking on what I need to do. It's like, I already know what I need to do. Carla needs to go back to how she started.
And trusting yourself.
Exactly. And so knowing that, I know what I need to do. No questions need to be asked. I know what I need to do. So I'm not going to be oblivious to be like, oh, what did I do wrong? It's like, no, all right, I'm going to go back and put in the work that I need to. So it's the same thing with business.
With business, yeah.
When you see things falling apart in business,
when it's
you have
ugly,
to really start sitting like, okay, how did I start when I got to this point? Where did it all begin? And you go back to that and start taking steps again.
That's all it is. That's all it is. And we are all going to face ugliness in business, but that does not mean you need to be saved.
Right. And,
all
and
it really means is like you just...
In business, we start to look for, you know, what everyone else is doing, systems and processes and all these things, because we feel lost on what we were doing just didn't work for us. But it was working. You just ran into ugly, and you just have to keep going.
Who is this ugly, man? I don't want to meet that person.
Ugly is just a moment that you're like, everything is falling apart. It's like, it's not falling apart. You just got a little comfortable and lazy. Go back to doing, and I'm going to be honest with you. I do work out on a consistent, but I stop doing the things that I normally do, tracking, making sure my body's fueled up, and all these little things that I just got lazy. And that goes to do with the business.
Yeah.
When you see ugly, you're like, damn. And so
I
you
need to
start
get back
to
on
look for all this help. Where can I go? Help me. And it's like, it's not about that. It's about you just stop doing the work, and you're not willing to admit that you stopped doing the work.
Yeah. And it's so much easier to say, I need someone to save me versus I just need to go back to the work.
Right.
And that is the foundation, do the work, DTW with Asian Associates, is about going back and trusting your actions. If you need a system, like find that system that works for you. If you need to build a team, find a way to strategize it that works for you. It's never a promise of like, we have it all figured out, because every business is very different. So we treat you as that. So it's like, what do you need?
Right.
What hole do you need to fill? And let's work on that
and
one.
I really love that. And I really love that. I take so much, I don't know, just appreciation for this, for our business, for Asian Associates here. Because we are very raw and honest. We really are. If we see something and you're coming into these doors and telling us what you want for your business, we're going to be honest with you on some of the things that you have not put into your business, on how we can help you achieve that. And not only because that's what we do on a daily basis, or that's what we have done. So it goes back to the whole coaching is I am where I am and with my coach, because it's like honest. It's raw, it's real, it's honest, and you have to do the work. And I'm surrounded by the simplicity of the gear that I have to wear. Makes me feel like a badass.
Yeah.
It makes me feel it's a culture. It's like, yes, you know, I'm
Sure.
around a ton of other pros and competitors, and someone's always bigger, better, prettier, and it's just, and I love to be surrounded by that success. And around me, I'm like, dang, but I could easily walk away and go somewhere smaller. I'm not really known, or maybe
bigger.
they can help me and hold my hand. It's like where I'm at, I have to do the work. I literally have to put in the hours and the dieting and the workout. It's all me, and he's just monitoring it and saying go. And how he trains me is no different than how I train myself. It's just on a different level, because of the environment that I'm surrounded by, the gear that I wear, I feel like a badass.
I love it.
And it makes me want to kill it. And same thing goes in business.
Yeah.
I
think that's a good phrase to use, Carla. It's like, I know what to do. I'm a pro.
And many agents that come into Asian Associates, I really want to be like, you know what to do, because you're a professional.
You're a professional.
You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. Someone just, I don't want you to come in thinking we're going to hold your hand, but
No.
we're going to be very honest with you.
Yeah.
You are the pro. You know what you're doing.
And
You've
I love
just
it.
always been, been following someone who has been holding your hand.
Yeah.
Now it's time for you to lead.
Yeah, and our agents are true leaders, leaders of their respective, clientele base, communities, the people that follow them. They become master marketers, right? They become these beacons for how they live their lives. And I absolutely love seeing our top producers and what they're creating, and even the people that are rising up through the ranks. It's just comes down to the work. But Carla, we're gonna go ahead and end it here. But I want this place to be where we release all the great news and all the upcoming events. There's one more event that's coming up for you, and I'm going to go ahead and announce it here.
You're killing it.
No.
You are killing it. All this should be going to do the work
I know you want to
podcast.
This
isn't my podcast. Why are you announcing all my good news?
It doesn't matter.
This
like,
is
you're my guest,
so
I'm going to bring it up.
Fire, man.
So you're going to have there's a date set, March 1st and 2nd. Mark your calendars. Do the Work Women. The second event is coming up. For those that attended the first event, it was life-changing, perspective shifts, and this one is going to come in with even more fire, Carla. Like, it's going to be a 2-day full event, and it's going to be DTW Women, Do the Work Women. And I'm excited for you, because you've been planning this like ever since you finished the last event. You've been sitting, journaling, writing.
When I finished that last event, I couldn't believe the time had ended on the second day. Yeah. I mean, it just went by so quickly, and I remember telling you, this has to happen again. It has to happen again. I don't feel complete. It wasn't finished.
Yes.
It wasn't finished. So stay tuned.
Stay tuned. But March 1st and 2nd, go ahead and mark your calendars. And it's going to be a 2-day event here in Phoenix. And I think it's going to be something where it's just going to blow individuals away. If you're a stay-at-home mom, if you're an entrepreneur, it's for all women in general. I got a question here by Enrique Garcia. Do you only take on experienced agents, or do you hire new agents as well? I have 3 RE classes. We hire on new agents. We have a great new agent training program. And in fact, our association, WEMAR, in the last 3 years, we've had 2 out of the last 3 Rookie of the Years. I want to contest one of them because I think numbers were taken from, I really thought we should have had all 3 years. So yes, we do work with brand new agents. Our systems, our processes, and our the overall, I guess, game plan or blueprint on how to do things on a daily basis. Again, it comes down to like just taking the consistent action, right? So we do hire new agents. So if you're a new agent, you just start in this business, get your license, get it, pass your test, and then go to badassagents.com, fill out that application, and we'll determine if AZ & Associates is right for you. But yeah, 2 of the last 3 years, Rookie of the Year from AZ & Associates. And we have a strong contender this year. And I truly believe that we're going to have this again with AZ & Associates. So yes, we do train new agents. And of course, we take agents that have been in the business, quite some time and have either burnt out personally, have burnt out in the business, have lost themselves, or just want to take their business to another level. Like, these are the individuals that we work with. And we truly are just here to help support you build what you want. And in fact, by doing that, we've built this great brokerage here. So the focus is really on our agents.
Yes. And you have several testimonials on the
go to badassagents.com
and some testimonials on there from our other from our agents.
Yeah, even those that haven't, that are no longer with us. It's not like it's one of those things where everyone stays here forever. It's not even that, but look back and you'll see where they started from. Right. A lot of the great agents in our industry began here or crossed through our doors. Yep. And it's because of the foundation that we put, right? It's a foundation. And I'm so proud to be able to see like all the agents that are out there. And I know they're the footprint of Do the Work and AZ & Associates is out there. So absolutely, like, if you want to really change the dynamic of your life, not just your business, of your life, there's no one else that's going to deliver at the level we do, period. No one else. And it's because we live it. And the results are black and white. And that's the way it is. And I get excited about it. I don't know if I started shouting there, Carla. I'm starting to sweat here.
It's so funny because as you're talking, I was going to say amen, bro. I was like, I don't know why I got all excited, but I held myself back.
I'm like passionate.
Because I get a little passionate when you talk. So I'm like, I'm going to hold myself. I'm holding on to the table.
Our event, Ignite event, is going to be pure fire. Our agents know what to expect from us because we know what to expect from them. And it's awesome to just be surrounded by business owners, not just average agents, but business owners that are willing to take life by its horns and work on all aspects of their lives. So guys, thank you for joining us on this episode of Badass Agents Podcast. Carla, thank you for being my guest today.
You are very welcome. Thank you for
ruining your surprises.
Welcome me, yeah.
So again, to ruin her surprise,
I don't even know what to say right now.
She's going to do 2 pro shows this year, and she's holding a Do the Work Women's event. Make sure to check out Do the Work podcast. And also, if you're an agent in Arizona, go to badassagents.com.
Can I give my...
All right. There we go. Talk to you soon. Bye now.
Bye.